Hello ladies and gents, and welcome to No Drama Just Movies Rapid Reviews. So, I watched Rental Family recently, and I had some thoughts. Right off the bat, I wasn't sure what to expect from this one. To be honest, I didn't have high hopes. A January film starring Brandon Fraser surrounded by Japanese actors I didn't know, by a director I didn't know. But man, was I positively surprised. I think this film is beautiful. And yes, Fraser is the only name I recognized, but the acting was still solid. Let's start with Brandon. As someone who grew up with his early roles in things like Encino Man, the Mummy franchise, or even his appearance on Scrubs, I'm really glad he got this new phase of films that allow him to show his softer side, with more naturalistic acting. While he doesn't get the Oscar scene, like the crying scene in The Whale,
I need to know that I have done one thing right with my life.
He still delivers a reliable performance that carries most of the film. The standout performance for me was Akira Emoto as Mr. Hasegawa, the old actor. I enjoyed his getaway with Phillip to find something from his past. I love that moment between Emoto and Fraser when we find out what that is. Stories like that tug at my heartstrings anyway. People losing their memory, trying to hold on to pieces of themselves, often without hope. While we're on that, another thing I appreciated was that the film didn't spell these things out. We never heard the word dementia or Alzheimer's, but it was clear what was happening. Same with Philip's lady friend, who sets an alarm when she meets with him. Again, it's clear what this relationship is, even though it's never mentioned. And I loved how strong the theme was here. You have this idea of temporary connection in the business of renting people out for a while, but you also have it in the relationship of Philip and his lady friend, or even in Philip's job as an actor. You go in, you try to connect to the casting agent, and if you get the job, you go and connect with the other actors for a while, and maybe the audience, and then you move on. For me, it was this consistency in the theme that made the script a lot stronger. I loved that little montage towards the beginning, showing Philip getting into the job. There's this guy that he keeps meeting to play games with, and I loved how we see the progression of their relationship, their friendship. I loved how sweet it was. And while there were plenty of emotional moments, there was also an engaging philosophical, or I guess moral, question at the heart of the film. Should you lie to people to make them feel happier, or, like in Mia's case, get them the thing they want or need? And it was fascinating that with both Mr. Hasegawa and Mia, Philip only hurts them when he helps the person who hired him, doing what Mr. Hasegawa's daughter or Mia's mother think is right for them. It's only when he turns his attention towards the person he's been hired to help, when he's giving them what they need, that a true connection and joy happen. I love the scene where Philip accompanies Mia's mother to the school interview and shows that he's gotten to know Mia a lot more than her mother, simply by being there for her. I did feel that Mia's relationship with Philip was a bit rushed. After her initial anger at her resurfaced father, she accepts him a little too quickly. The same when she learns the truth and goes too quickly from anger to forgiveness. And yes, that second one might make a bit more sense if she understands the nuance that he had to lie to her and wasn't doing it to hurt her. Overall, this was a bittersweet and thought-provoking exploration of human connection that made me smile, made me care about the characters, and even made me tear up. And it took these shifts in tone with an impressive confidence. Brandon Fraser's performance certainly carries the film, but the other performances are solid as well, all of it delivering an intimate film that made me feel and think at the same time. And that's all. Roll credits.